It's the International Soccer Preview. We are Soccer Files Canada. This episode is looking at the players of Burkina Faso. Here we go. For Section 3, and we begin our Spotlight Review. It is now that we will talk about the players who think are going to start. So, we go back to the manager, and Hubert Valud, the manager. We don't think he's going to be replaced before the cut here, so we will nominate him as a starter in effect. And for the goalkeeper, we're fairly confident that it's going to be Irv Coffey as a starter. Central defence, a little more difficult to tell, but we think Edmund Tapsoba and Isufu Dio, and to a slightly lesser degree, Adamo Nagola. We think those three are going to rotate in central defence. Perhaps Steve Yago will join them, but we're going to put Steve Yago, even though he's a central defender, as a possible starter at left back, because he has gotten more starts in that position than he has as a central defender. But we also think the new left back who's been brought in, Abdul Guebri, is also a likely candidate. And of the two, we would kind of favour Guebri, but we think it might be a rotation or one of the two. At right back, though, it's far more clear. It's Issa Kabore all the way. So definite starter for us there. Central midfield, a bit confusing with all the names coming in and out. And we're going to nominate a rotation among four players. Sometimes they go with two men in the midfield and some in the kind of central midfield. Sometimes a three-man midfield. So we could actually see three of these players on the field at the same time. And that is Blati Toure, Ismaila Uedraogo, Adama Guira, and Gustavo Sanguer. Actually, Gustavo Sanguer is an attacking midfielder, and we will meet him soon again, but he does play a lot in central midfield too, so we think he might be part of the rotation there. On the left wing, we were unable to nominate anyone. A lot of players have played it, and we do think it'll be an out of position player starting as left wing, so one of the ones that we're going to talk about soon. On the right wing, again, several players are candidates and have played the position. We think the most likely among them is Bertrand Traore, but we just have him as a likely starter. It's also possible he could start as the centre forward. So the position's a bit kind of a bit malleable up front. Central attacking midfielder, if they use the position, it'll be the player we've met already, Sanguer, or Gustavo Sanguer. But we think, even though we believe he will be a starter, it won't necessarily be in this position. It could be in the central midfield, or even as a right winger or attacking midfielder. And finally, we put Dango Ouattara as a starter. We put him in the forward line, although he could be a forward, he could be a winger. We actually think, because the left wing spot is empty, but that's the most likely place for him to start. So maybe we should actually move him there, because the fact is the forward has been very unsettled. Almost no player playing it more than three times or more, but all sorts of players tried there once, so very unclear in the forward line. And that is it. That is our Spotlight Review. If you like what you hear, check out the full version on YouTube or podcast by searching International Soccer Preview.